Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mrs. G. Today we are going to be looking at the 2009 CSEC past paper. Get ready. Alright, so items number 1 to 5 refers to the following map. So this is the map number 1. What is the grid reference of the school at Golden Grove? So we have to find the school at Golden Grove. The first one is 27 3 42 6. So let us look at that one and try to find Golden Grove. So Golden Grove is here. Right here at Golden Grove. It's kind of hard to see, but it is in grid 2742. So to go back to the answers, the only one with 27 and 42 is letter A. So our answer for question number 1 would have been A. Question number 2, the general direction of Port Morant from Golden Grove. So we need to find Port Morant, and we just found Golden Grove a while ago. Here's Port Morant and Golden Grove is up here. So the question said from Golden Grove. So Golden Grove is our starting point. So we would have our north-south line here and connect the point down to Port Morant. So that would be somewhere close to southwest. So we can look for that in the response section. Yes, we are seeing southwest. So the answer for number 2 would have been letter C. Number 3, the bearing of the main road junction at Golden Grove from the Arcadia Junction, which is north of Northing 39, is approximately, and you should give your answer in degrees. So we're looking for the main road junction at Golden Grove, and we're leaving from Arcadia Junction. So back to the map. I'm seeing Arcadia here. And Golden Grove, and we're leaving from Arcadia Junction, so our north-south line would have been here. And to connect the points, once we're going in this direction, it is somewhere between north and east. Looks like it's in the middle to me, so that's about 45 degrees. So you just look for the answer that is closest to that. So that is number 3. And there is only one answer that is anywhere close to there, so that would have been A, 45 degrees for number 3. Number 4, which of the following terms best describe the settlement at Duckenfield, which is north of Northing 40? So we go back to the map to try to find Duckenfield. It's right here. And we're looking for the settlement type at Duckenfield. You can see all those little black dots, they're representing housing. You can see that it is clustered. It is all over the place. It's not just along a line, it is clustered. So back to our responses, we're seeing isolated, linear, dispersed, and nucleated. Nucleated is another word for clustered. So for number 4, our answer would have been letter D. Number 5, the straight line distance in kilometers from the wharf at Bowden to Arcadia Junction. Alright, it's difficult to do the measurement on the computer, so we can just estimate straight line distance, kilometers, from the wharf at Bowden to Arcadia Junction. So this is our wharf at Bowden. This is the word Bowden, wharf, and we're going to Arcadia Junction, so this is the distance. So you would measure your line, and then you would place it along your scale here, and then you read off your answer, give off your response. So the answer for number 5 is C, 2.5 kilometers. For number 6, northings are A, horizontal lines that increase in value northwards. That is correct. They are called northings because they increase in value towards the north. You may realize that some of these questions you have seen them before. Yes, the past paper questions for paper 1, they repeat a lot. You can look at the other video that I posted, that is the 2019 past paper. The link is at the top of your screen. So the answer for number 6 is letter A. Number 7, which of the following pairs of points is intervisible according to the contour map above? So that is number 7, and we're looking for the points that are intervisible. All right, so we have P and T. That is not correct. We have Q and S, which is letter B. Q and S. Yes, that is correct. Intervisible means that you can stay from one area and see the other area. So for P and T, you will have highland here and highland here, so you cannot stay from P and still see T. Q and S, you are at 100 meters at Q and also at 100 meters at S. So yes, you would be able to see both points, whichever place you're standing. C would not be correct. That is P and S. S is at 100 meters and then you have P here, but there's highland in between that would be blocking you from actually seeing P. Q and T, that's 100 meters here. T is at 50 meters, so there's highland here as well that would block you from actually seeing T. So the answer for number 7 is letter B. For number 8, between which of the following pairs of points is the gradient steepest? So we're looking for the steepest gradient between P and Q, that is letter A. P and Q, not really. Letter B is R and S. R, S, there's a long stretch here for you to walk at 25 meters, so that is relatively flat land, and then it goes up gently. The next one is Q and R, that is letter C, Q and R. Q and R is pretty steep. You're going from 25, 50 to 100 really quickly. And the final one is S and T. S and T, it stretches over a wider area, so the gradient is not that steep. So I would put the answer as C, that is Q and R for number 8. For number 9, items 9 to 10 refers to the following sketch of part of the Caribbean. Belmopan is located nearest to, and it gives you the coordinates. So Belmopan, there is 15 degrees here, 20 here, so it has to be somewhere in between. So we have 17 and 18. We know that this is towards the north, so south A would have been out and C would also be out, and then 85 degrees here, and we are coming over to this section. They're all saying 88 degrees. We should basically decide if it is east or west. So if you look at the numbers here, starts at 70, 75, 80, 85, you know that you are heading in this direction. So it is towards the west. So we would have letter B for number 9, 17 degrees north and 88 degrees west. For number 10, if the time in Belmopan is 3 p.m., what is the time in Santo Domingo? So we have Belmopan here at 3 p.m., time in Santo Domingo over here. So 3 p.m. in Belmopan, we are heading towards the east. When you head towards the east, you are going to be adding. Time increases when you are going towards the east. So for number 10, 3 p.m., 88 degrees, 70 degrees, 15 degrees equal 1 hour. So we would be adding an hour to it. So that would give us letter D at 4 p.m. So number 10 is letter D for the answer. Items 11 to 13 are based on the following table showing annual rainfall and temperature figures for a certain location. Number 11, the annual temperature range shown above is, we saw this question before on the 2019 paper. Again, you can check it out. I will place the link at the top for you. So you will see that a lot of the questions repeat. So number 11, annual temperature range shown above. So remember, it is asking for temperature range and not average temperature. So your answer would not be C and it would not be D. You're only looking between A and B for your answer. Temperature range, you're looking for the highest and the lowest, and then you're going to subtract. So the highest is 28 and the lowest is 25. 25 from 28 would leave 3. So your answer for number 11 is letter B. Number 12. The rainfall pattern indicates, let us look at the rainfall pattern. Rain throughout the year, rain only in the cooler seasons, rain only in the warmer seasons, no variation in rainfall from one month to the next. So there is variation here, larger variation here, larger variation here. So D would certainly be out. Rain only in the warmer seasons. We're having rain throughout the year. So the answer for number 12 would have been letter A, rain throughout the year. Number 13, the climatic type shown above is described as, so there's rain throughout the year and the temperature is relatively warm throughout the year. So that is describing an equatorial climate. So the answer for number 13 would have been letter B. Number 14. Number 14 uses the diagram that is here. A sketch from point R to point X would look like. So we're going from R all the way over to X. So we can see that there is flat land across here. That is from 250 meters to 500 meters. Then 500 to 750. Another flat area at the top, at the peak there. And then it would reduce gently all the way over to X. So we're looking for a landform that looks pretty much like that. So we have flat land to start. Yes. Small elevation, flat at the top, and then reduces gently. So it is either C or D. Let us look at it again. So for number 14, it looks more like letter D. So you would have this area, the extended area from 250 to 500 degrees. Then there is that elevation that takes you to 750, which is relatively flat, and then it reduces gently. That is exactly what is taking place in the diagram here. So sometimes you may be able to just look at it to figure out what it is, rather than having to draw the actual cross section. Number 15. 15 and 16 refers to the following map. According to the map above, which city is located at 19 degrees north and 99 degrees west? So let us see. We have 100 here. We're coming from that direction. It could be Mexico City. And 19 degrees is right on the tip. Based on the distance between the 80 and the 100, all of this section would have been 20 degrees. So it is highly unlikely that 99 would be almost exactly on the line here. So the answer for number 15 would have been D. And that looks like Puebla. Number 16, the direction of the prime meridian from Miami is, So Miami is here, which is at 80 degrees. And the prime meridian, remember that is the main line of longitude, which is our 0 degree line. So if we're going from 80 to 100, it means 0 would have been to this direction over here. So our answer would have been towards the east. So for number 16, it would have been letter C for the answer. Number 17, item 17 refers to the following map. The shaded area of the map above is best described as tropics, Arctic zone, temperate zone, or Mediterranean. So we are seeing that it is 23.5 degrees south and 23.5 degrees north of the equator. So that shaded area there for number 17 would have been the tropics, tropical area, because it would have been receiving more direct sunlight. So the answer for number 17 would have been letter A. Items 18 to 19 refer to the following population density map of island X. Number 18. Which of the following statements is true according to the population density map of island X? This question looks very familiar. I think it is on the 2013 past paper. If you would like me to upload the past paper for 2013, please leave a comment in the comment section below so that I can go ahead and I can upload that for you. So for number 18, we are looking for a statement that is true according to the map. So we have to go through the statements. A, the population is evenly distributed. We can see that that is not true based on the key here, which is showing us the inhabitants per square kilometer. B, the population density decreases outwards from area 1. So area 1 is here, which is greater than 400 persons per square kilometer. Then we have this lined section, small lines, 200 to 399 inhabitants per square kilometer. Then we have wider lines, 100 to 99, and then we end up with some white. So it looks as if the population density does decrease outward from area 1. So at the moment, our answer looks like letter B. Let us look at C. Population density increases outward from area 1. No, it does not increase because area 1 has the highest population density. And D, the highest densities are in the south. So the north line is here, south would have been down here. That is incorrect as well. So our answer for number 18 would have been letter B. Number 19, which of the following areas has the smallest population? Based on this, smallest population would have been in white. So we are looking at 1, no, 2, no, 3 is in all white. So the answer for number 19 would have been letter C. Number 20. Items 20 and 21 refer to the following rainfall graphs. So we have 4 graphs. Under which of the conditions shown above would a river discharge vary most from season to season? So river discharge is the amount of contents that the river is actually letting out, the amount of sediments that it is taking with it. So we are going to look at that question. Let's look at the conditions. So it is rainfall. River would carry a lot of discharge when there is extremely heavy rainfall. So that is what we're going to be looking for. All right, in 1, we're seeing rainfall in June, July, August, September. Heavy rainfall there. It said from season to season. So we're looking for variation in the seasons. Highest variation. So it looks like it is at 3 here, where you have lots of rainfall, then rainfall reduces, then it picks up back in October, increases at November and December. So we can look for one of the responses that has number 3 in it. So for 20, we have B and we have C. Let's go back. So for B, it is 1 and 3. C, it is 2 and 3. So we can look at 1 and 2. In 1, there is no rainfall here, then a large amount of rainfall here, and then a huge reduction. So it looks like it is 1 and 3. And it is it's fluctuating in 2, but it is not as much, not much variation. Notice the question has in bold vary most from season to season. So it would have been 1 and 3. So for 20, the answer would have been letter B. For number 21, which of the graphs above shows the greatest variation in rainfall? So we looked at that already. Greatest variation in rainfall is 1, 2, 3, or 4. In 1, there was no rainfall at all. Then in June, almost 100 millimeters of rainfall from nothing, and then jump to 200, then to 250. So the answer for number 21 would have been A, which is the first one. Number 22. Items 22 to 25 refer to the following maps of Tobago. We saw this question as well on the 2019 past paper that we already did. Look again at the top. I will leave the link there for you so that you can ensure that you check out that past paper review. Okay, for number 22, the forested area shown on map C has an altitude of, so we're looking for height, so that would be the relief map here, but it's asking for the forested area, so we need to look at the map that's showing us vegetation or land use. So forest is at the top, it's very wide here. So we go back to our relief map, look at that wide area with the broad lines. So that is between 300 to 450 meters. So look at the responses. It would have been letter C, over 300 meters. It can't be over 450 meters because that would have been the dotted sections there. So the answer for number 22 is letter C. Number 23, which part of Tobago has the lowest rainfall? So we're looking at the rainfall patterns, and the answers are given in cardinal points. So rainfall under 1000 millimeters is in white, so that is here as well as here. Which part of Tobago has the lowest rainfall? So if we were to draw the north-south line in between here, we would have towards the southwest. Towards the southwest section, we would say that that section has the lowest rainfall. We can't say to the north based on how it is set up. We can't say northeast, neither can we say northwest. So our answer for 23 would have been letter D, which is towards the southwest end of the island. Number 24, most of the area of scrub vegetation shown on map C is associated with, so we have to look at the land use map to see where the scrub vegetation is. It is the area that is in white, so we have to look at the answers now to see which one is most suitable. So that area A is associated with cocoa cultivation. No, because cocoa is in white but with stripes, so A would not have been the answer. Forest vegetation, no, that's only in this section here. Low annual rainfall, so let us look at the rainfall map and compare it. Low annual rainfall, so that is either in white or dotted. All of this area here is relatively dotted, so we can say low annual rainfall, but let us check the other one first. Then first, the highest elevation, let's go back to relief, over 450 meters. Look back at this one. No, it's not in that section. So our answer for number 24 would have been letter C, low annual rainfall. 25. The areas of coconut cultivation are under 150 meters in height, are 300 to 450 meters in height, have under 1500 millimeters of rainfall, have under 1000 millimeters of rainfall. For number 25, the question says the areas of coconut cultivation are, and there are some responses. You are supposed to check each one to see what the answer would turn out to be. Area of coconut cultivation are under 150 meters in height. So let us look where the area of coconut cultivation is first. This is coconut, the dotted area here. So it's at the tip here, here, and here. First one are under 150 meters in height. So we have to go back to the relief section. Under 150 meters in height would have been in white. So it's right in the center here and right in the other center here and up at this section. Remember that our coconut is at the end, and end. Right here. So 1 would have been out. 2 are 300 to 450 meters in height. So we're going back to the relief map. 300 to 450 meters in height. So it would have been this one here, which is only being shown here. And on our coconut map, on the land use map, there is no coconut in this section. So 2 would have been out. So we're already seeing an issue here. A has 1 in it, B has 1 in it, C has 2 in it, and D also has 2 in it. So it would suggest that none of those answers are correct. So let us just double check them. Areas of coconut cultivation, we have coconuts, dotted section here at the tip, right here, here, and here. 4 sections for coconut. 1 are under 150 meters in height. So let's go back to the relief map to show height. Under 150 meters here, the sections that are in white. So it's just right here, right at the top here, and around here. We don't have our coconut cultivation in that area. We can just double check it here. We do not. Coconut is just on the outskirts. So 1 is certainly incorrect. 2, areas of coconut cultivation are 300 to 450 meters in height. Remember where the coconuts are. Go back to the relief map to check out the height. Relief 300 to 450 meters. It's this one. That is only at the top here. We don't have any coconuts at the top either. Our coconut would have been at 150 to 300 meters, but that is not one of the options in the question. So I have to say that this question is flawed. Yes, it is flawed. So there is actually no answer for this one. Nonetheless, when you are doing your questions, if you end up in a situation like this, do not leave it blank. If you have any questions about this one, or if you want to query something or ask something, please ensure that you write a comment in the comment section below, and then we can discuss it further. For number 26, a scale of 1 to 5,000 on a map would indicate that A, 1 centimeter on the map represents 5,000 meters on the ground. B, 1 centimeter on the map represents 5,000 kilometers on the ground. C, the map is 5,000 times larger than the ground it represents. And D, 1 unit on the map represents 5,000 units on the ground. So that would be letter D. 1 unit on the map represents 5,000 units on the ground. In this scale, it is not giving you any specific unit of measurement, so you just say 1 unit on the map represents 5,000 units on the ground. For number 27, weathering is concerned with wearing away of the land, B, breaking down of rocks, C, transportation of materials, D, sculpting of the land. The answer for number 27 would have been B. Weathering is synonymous to breaking down of rocks. Number 28. Which of the following statements is not true of all volcanoes? A. Their eruptions are violent. We know that already. Not all volcanic eruptions are violent. So our answer for 28 would have been A. We can still look through. B. Their cones are made of ejected material. C. They occur in areas of crustal weakness. D. Various gases are emitted during eruption. So our answer for number 28 is letter A. Number 29. The process of exfoliation may be defined as disintegration of rocks by root penetration into crevices, peeling off of the outer layer of rocks, splitting of rocks into rectangular blocks, movement of rocks due to the action of rivers. Think of exfoliating your face. You are actually taking things off. You're trying to peel off dead skin. So you are peeling off the outer layers of rocks. So your answer for number 29 would have been letter B. For number 30, the slow downhill movement of debris and soil. Once you see slow movement, you're thinking of creep, but let's just finish. Slow downhill movement of debris and soil under the influence of gravity may best be described as A. Landslide, B. Mass wasting, C. Soil creep, and D. Soil erosion. So the answer for number 30 would have been letter C. We are going to stop here for now. If you would like us to continue going through the entire past paper for 2019, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Please ensure that you subscribe to the channel. Also turn your notifications on so that as soon as we post another video, you can be made aware. Once again, we enjoy your company and I would like to thank you once again for watching. It is always a pleasure to be here, sharing with you and explaining to you. Thank you for watching.